Let's talk about the war against graft, and I have some few numbers here. The Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions has filed a report, and they say that more than 135 cases are in court right now pending judgment. Multi-billion shilling cases, including Kimwarer and Arror dam scandals, are among the 135 graft cases still pending before courts across the country. An annual report by the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions shows that 224 billion shillings could have been lost in the cases. The DPP's office filed a total of 329,485 various cases in various courts in the entire country and boasts of getting a 92% conviction rate. And as Nimrod Tabbu now reports, President Uhuru Kenyatta, who received the annual report from the Director of Public Prosecutions today, wants high-profile cases to be sped up in order to fight corruption.
While receiving the report at State House, Nairobi today, President Uhuru Kenyatta urged the DPP and his officers to intensify prosecution of high-profile cases. President Kenyatta is of the opinion that successful prosecution of high-voltage cases will bring an end to corruption cases. The annual report, which is a consolidated report for the years 2018, 2019 and 2020, has captured the ODPP's outlook on 4 parameters, namely caseload, conviction rate, conclusion rate and success rate. This year alone, a total of 329,484 criminal cases and incidental matters have been prosecuted, compared to 313,155 cases last year and 337,242 cases the year before that. The DPP says this year has had the best conviction rate at 92.5%. According to the report, 30.7% of the cases have been concluded. This year, there were 310,591 criminal trials, which represents an increase of 7% compared to the period between 2018 and 2019. Homicide cases, which include murder, manslaughter, infanticide, abortion, suicide, as well as deaths caused by dangerous driving, were also registered in various courts in the country. Murder cases that were filed countrywide were 1,003, followed by threat-to-kill cases, which were 968 in number. Out of 2,586 cases in the homicide category, 1,640 were finalized, with a conviction rate of 81.96%. Over 270 cases were withdrawn. The fight against corruption has been a priority since DPP Nurdin Haj took office.
Those people that we have charged to step aside. They must step aside. And that is in the Constitution, and it's a right that we have to ask. We are not pleading. We charge you, you must step aside. And we will go all the way to the Supreme Court.
But statistically, very few cases have been dealt with since the year 2018 to June 2020. During this period, a total of 220 cases were registered in court and prosecution ensued. This year, only 26 cases were registered as of 30th June compared to 78 cases in 2019 and 116 cases in 2018. Out of the 26 cases filed this year, only 12 got a conviction and 7 were acquittals, and 1 case was withdrawn. The ODPP says the COVID-19 pandemic has had an impact on the prosecution of cases. The report has also disclosed that corruption cases between 2019 and 2018 were more and involved serious crimes as far as theft of public funds is concerned. In these 2 years alone, there were a total of 32 cases filed involving theft of between 17 billion shillings and 143 billion shillings. These included the Arror and Kimwarer dams cases where 68 billion shillings was involved. The report further states that between January 2018 and June 2020, cases involving 3.9 billion shillings were concluded with 91.9% conviction rate, while the acquittal rate stood at 5.4%. High-impact cases involving large sums of money and senior government officials amounting to 224 billion shillings are still pending. Cases registered between 2018 and June 2020 involved a total of 157 billion shillings, while cases involving 67 billion shillings were registered in 2017. During the 3-year period, Cases against 7 cabinet secretaries and principal secretaries have been registered. Another 11 cases have been registered against governors and senior county officials. 22 cases have been registered against directors and CEOs, while 13 cases have been filed against MPs, deputy county commissioners and members of county assembly. Regarding recoveries, land worth 2 billion shillings belonging to the University of Nairobi was recovered in January 2019. According to the report, prosecution of corruption cases has been hampered by state officials remaining in office after being charged, inadequate witness facilitation and the slow judicial process. Meanwhile, over 4,635 sexual cases were filed between 2019 and 2020. 1,066 went to full trial and suspects convicted. Only 174 human trafficking cases were registered in the same period, and 55 successfully went through full trial and convictions thereafter. 203 cases involving wildlife crimes were registered. They involved possession and dealing in wildlife trophies. Nimrod Tabbu, Citizen TV.